I'm Zach, I'll be your nurse today. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about substance use, alcohol, smoking, just run of the mill. We ask them to every patient. Um, so, do you use alcohol or any illicit drugs by chance?
No, no alcohol, no drugs.
Okay. And what about smoking? Do you smoke?
Yes, I smoke.
Okay. And when did you start doing that?
Um, I started smoking cigarettes I would probably say 10 years ago. Yeah, I was 14.
10 years ago. Okay, so you've been doing it for a long time. And how much do you smoke a day, would you say?
I smoke like 2 packs a day. I just smoke like Camels. They're unfiltered, but they're not too bad.
Okay. And do you have a family history of smoking at all? Parents smoke? Were you raised in a smoking household? Anything like that?
Oh, my mom, she doesn't smoke, but my dad used to smoke. He actually died of lung cancer not too long ago.
Okay, so you have a family history of smoking and possibly lung cancer related to your dad's smoking. Do you yourself have any symptoms related to smoking that you can think of, like breathing issues or lung problems, anything like that?
Recently, I've been noticing, I always feel like short of breath. I cough sometimes too. It seems to be getting a little worse, but I don't know if it's just like because I've been having problems with my sinuses or what's going on.
Okay, so you have some issues with breathing and a cough and shortness of breath, stuff like that. You also have a family history of smoking. You smoke 2 packs a day for the past 10 years or so. So I'm concerned for your health. 2 packs of cigarettes is a lot, and I think we should try and work towards making some lifestyle changes. Would you mind discussing your smoking habits a little bit more with me today?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Have you ever thought about quitting smoking at all?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. So I have what we call a readiness ruler with me, and this just is a numerical scale on a scale from 0 to 10. 0 is you haven't considered smoking at all, and you don't really want to consider quitting smoking at all, and you don't really have any plans to do so. And then 10 is that you're ready to quit, like today, get a plan started and put it into use. So right now, what would you say you're at on a scale of 0 to 10 as far as quitting smoking?
Um, I mean, they say it's bad for you, but I mean, I'm pretty young and I need to smoke, so probably like a 1.
A 1, okay. I can understand how it can be pretty hard for you to make such a huge change when it's been part of your life for the past 10 years. But you did say you're at a 1, so that gives us something to work with today. So we'll just kind of talk about your smoking habits and things you can do to change them and possibly get a plan together to start working towards a healthier life. So, have you, what do you think, why do you smoke? Like, what do you like about smoking? What does it help you with?
Well, like if I'm really stressed out or somebody's like really annoying me, then I'll go smoke a cigarette. It calms me down. And then I was like going through a period of depression. I was contemplating suicide. I went through a really bad breakup, and then I lost my dad. So, like smoking cigarettes just helped me through that. I mean, I'm on antidepressant medications, but I just feel like the cigarettes help me out like on a day-to-day basis more than the actual like medications do.
Okay, so you use cigarettes as a kind of way to get through the day-to-day stress of life involved with work and whatever else you're involved in, kind of just a helper for
Definitely.
you. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so what do you think are the bad parts about smoking? We already talked about how you're experiencing some shortness of breath, um, a cough. Is there anything else in your life that that smoking prevents you from doing at all, or anything like that?
Um, well, I was like diagnosed with asthma not too long ago, so I mean, I don't know if it really has an effect on it or not with me smoking, but my brother lives in town, and he has a 10-year-old daughter, and I absolutely love my niece, but my brother he won't let me spend much time with her, like if I'm smoking, and I can't go very long without a cigarette, so it's just like hard for me to spend a lot of time with her.
Okay, so your niece is a big part of your life, but you can't really involve her much because of your smoking habits. So you'd like to see her more often, be able to help with her childhood and stuff like that, but smoking prevents you from doing so?
Yes.
Okay. So would you say, like, if you're thinking about quitting, it would be largely in part for seeing your niece more often and being involved with her?
Yes, I think that would definitely be a big part of it.
Okay, and like we talked about before, your family history of smoking with your dad and him passing away of lung cancer, and then your current symptoms. Those are also some negative things about smoking. So I think we can work on that. Um, what do you think you can do or start doing to kind of cut back on smoking?
Um, well, like I said, I love my niece and I like to spend time with her. So I don't know, maybe I can do like more activities with her that'll, that we both can enjoy and I won't like think about smoking as much because I'm not as stressed out when I spend time with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I know when I was like going through my depression, just like I went to a lot of like group, like counseling, activities and that really helped. So I don't know, maybe if there's like some group therapy sessions for people who are like trying to stop smoking, maybe that'll help because they're probably like going through some of the same things that I'm going through.
Okay, so you're involved in a support group currently?
Well, I haven't been within the past couple of weeks, but I would say that I'm still involved.
Okay. And you said previously in our conversation that you smoke to kind of get rid of your day-to-day stressors. Is there anything else that you can do, like alternatively to smoking, that you think would help you out with your daily stress? Anything like activity-wise or anything you can do?
Well, I've been meaning to start working out. I heard that that helps like relieve stress. And I don't know, for some people they say the patch works, but I've never really tried it.
Okay, yeah, they also do nicotine gum, kind of for the oral fixation, the habit to need something in your mouth, and smoking kind of contributes to that.
Mm-hmm.
We can possibly try out some nicotine gums if that cuts back the need for a cigarette. Patches work pretty well, but it's up to you. There's also other support groups. There's smoking support groups, tobacco support groups that you could probably get involved in. There's also a hotline 1-800-QUIT NOW that you could probably use. Um, and also your current support group, I think, would be a good way to kind of intervene on your smoking habits. Maybe you can find someone in your support group currently that also has issues, and you can kind of work together or incorporate some tobacco use into that support group. What do you think about that?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So we talked about a lot of things as far as like quitting smoking and kind of working your way towards that. So it's hard to quit smoking right off the bat. So we're gonna like slowly incorporate these things and work on it. Because in your case, I don't think you can immediately quit with how long you've been doing it and your history of 10 years of smoking and whatnot. So we can work gradually towards our goal of eventually quitting smoking.
Yeah, I think I can try to cut down. I don't think I can just stop smoking. Like I can't quit cold turkey, but I'll definitely work towards cutting back.
Okay. So since we talked about so many things, you said you were at a 1 on the readiness ruler. But after we talked about these things, how smoking impacts your health, how you'd like to see your niece more often, but you can't because of smoking, and some alternatives to your smoking habits that could relieve the stress that you experience as far as like working out or things like that. What do you think your readiness is after you've talked about those things? If you look at the readiness ruler again, what do you think you're at?
I would probably say like a 5 or a 6.
5 or 6? Okay, that's a really good improvement from 1 earlier, so I'm happy to see that, and happy that we've discussed a lot of things to work towards quitting smoking. So for next time when we see each other on your next visit, what are some goals that you can work on to hopefully accomplish and into getting into quitting?
Let's see. Well, since I smoke 2 packs now, maybe I can come back to 1 pack a day.
Okay.
Depending on how well the patch or the gum works for me, maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll also check out some of the support groups that you're referring to and see how well that works for me.
Good. That sounds like some pretty good goals and something that you can definitely work on for next time. So I think we've made a lot of good progress today. Thank you for being honest with me and working together towards this goal. We'll talk next time at the follow-up, and we'll discuss, we'll further assess the need, if there is a need to work towards more goals and more interventions. But right now I think we're at a good start. So any other questions from you?
No questions. I appreciate your help.
All right, sounds good.